Hi, brothers and sisters. How are you all doing? Hope all good. Yeah, just wanted to share with you some thoughts about the new vaccine, Oxford vaccine in particular. Well, it's good news. I mean, so far, so good. So every vaccine usually, after pre-clinical trials, been testing in the labs and then animals and so on. Then it goes to phase one. Phase one usually about human trials is about tens of people, 50, let's say 60, and so on. And phase two. Phase two take us to hundreds of people. And then phase three, which is the most critical and the most important phase. Oxford vaccine is in phase 3 right now, started last week. Very good news. The research that's been published, the paper in the Lancet, shows clearly that the vaccine really successful. The efficacy of the vaccine is really good. We see that there is antibodies and T cells being developed and rather good. So, so far about 1,000 people has been vaccinated using this new vaccine, Oxford vaccine. But in this phase 3, it's going to take about 10,000 people. And vaccination is not going to be only done in the UK. It's going to be done in Brazil. It's going to be done in South Africa, and 10,000 people at least need to enter these trials. But we're not going to know exactly if the vaccine is working or not until the people are vaccinated, then get infected. Then we will see if the vaccine is successful or not. But from what we see now, that there is antibodies, there is T cells, and every vaccine, what it does exactly, it's just let the body take care of itself. I mean, the immune system is gonna fight the virus, and the antibodies and the T cells. They're going to recognize the pathogen and attack it. One of the problems that we see now with the vaccine, the new vaccine, is that most of the people that took part in the trials, their age was up to 55 years old. I mean, they were under 55 years old. But we know very well that from the trials, from the flu vaccine, that elderly people, their immune response to vaccines is not that good. So because of the immune system with age, as we know, that it's deteriorate and so on. But hopefully, now in the new trials of the third phase of the trial, of course they'll include people in their 60s and 70s and even 80s, and they will include as well young children. One of the very fascinating aspects about the vaccine as well, that there was a survey has been done last week, I think, and the public opinion about the vaccine. Surprisingly, 70%, 75% in the UK, in one of those surveys, were welcomed the vaccine, and they said, okay, they're going to take it definitely. But 25% say they're not going to take it. They're not going to take vaccination, and they are against vaccination in general, some of them. And it was rather surprising. 25% that's about a quarter of the population. In other survey, about 90% of parents, they were absolutely delightful to receive the vaccine and for their kids to receive the vaccine as well. which is rather interesting. The other major development regarding the vaccine, that the government, the UK government, ordered about 90. They said they have 90 doses by the end of the year, and of course there is a contract between Oxford University and AstraZeneca to produce, and other companies, I think other two companies, to produce this huge number of vaccines. One very important subject is, it seems like, I'm not, it's like vaccine nationalism. Who's going to get the vaccine? It seems to be like Oxford now in the lead, and then you have BioNTech, Pfizer and BioNTech this seems to be in phase 2 now, in phase 2 actually, in phase 1 and 2 at the same time, and then Moderna in phase 2, and there is actually 140 candidates, 140 vaccines. So it seems like this vaccine nationalism, who's going to get it, how it's going to work, how this company is going to develop it. We need billions of doses, but the good news is working so far, and hopefully it's going to work even when it comes to pricing and the distribution and development and making the vaccines, which is very tricky. Seems to be like Oxford is leading at the moment, and as I said, BioNTech, they are in phase 1 and phase 2, and soon they'll start trial in phase 3 as well. As we talked about the biological aspect or scientific aspect of the vaccine as well before in a different video, that Oxford vaccine is a new technology, and as we said before, it's adenovirus. So they took this adenovirus, which infect chimps with the flu, and they biologically, genetically engineered it and put some genetic material that the virus, the pandemic virus that causing all this chaos. I mean, we're not allowed to say the name even. And then put in the genetic material of the adenovirus, and then inject the patients with it, so it could deliver an immune response, or cause an immune response. Hopefully in a matter of few months from now, let's say the end of year, we will have the vaccine ready, and if everything goes to plan, so far so good, as I said, and there is no problem like other vaccines, and it takes time and it takes effort, and some people are worried actually, because this vaccine, it never happened before in history that in this rather short time you develop a vaccine and you go from preclinical trials to phase 1 and then phase 2, and we're already in phase 3 in rather short time. Is absolutely phenomenal, and hopefully is all going to go according to plan, and see you soon, inshallah.